Hey everybody, how's it going? What is my simple strategy regarding relationships today is calm, peaceful, drama-free, etc. And I'll tell you the first thing, my life is very quiet. I'm married, I have a stepson, my stepson's out in this world with his now fiance. I have friends, I go out and do things, I have lunch with various people, and then I also head out for concerts with others. And so my husband and I live a very, very, very quiet life. He works sometimes 7 days a week and kind of do things at home. Oh, I have a series of birds, dogs, etc. So really our life is pretty quiet. And I think after I left home, when I was joined the military and I went to Al-Anon, I learned how to set up healthy boundaries because of the family history of alcoholism. I decided I revamped, rewired, and I decided I needed to have a quiet life, and eventually it came to fruition, and now that's how I survive. I don't have relationships with chaos, drama, BS, etc. And then, I've been divorced, and my children estranged, and everyone says, well, what kind of relationships do you have? And I say, well, I have relationships with people who have my back. You are either for me or against me. We are either cohesive or we are not. And my little radar goes up when I'm not at ease, when I don't feel safe. And I read that, and then I realize, well, either I can stay or go, and we don't have to hang out if we don't have things in common enough that we can sit down and chit chat and enhance one another's lives. So when it came to my daughters and disconnecting a decade and a half ago, people say, oh, what do you do if you have a sister that still talks to your kids? Well, she's either for me or against me. And since my kids are not for me, anyone who aligns with them isn't for me either. They say, but that's your sister, but that's your mom, but this and that. And it's pretty simple. And this is the thing, is I don't have to have relationships with people I don't want to. Just because we were raised in the same house and we were born of the same two parents doesn't mean we're going to have a relationship today. Uh, Even the people you were in the same household with, you might not have anything in common. Maybe one of you is an engineer and colors inside the line, and you're all over the place, and you're like more like Jackson Pollock. And so all I know is my life is very, very simple. I don't hang out with people that are friends or have relationships with other people who are not nice to me. And so I'll tell you, my mom is still alive. My dad passed away 16 years ago. I have 3 sisters. I have a lot of first, second, and third cousins, aunts and uncles, and everything. And I do not have a relationship with my mom. It's just the way it is. I don't have to say anything negative. It's just that I was more like my dad than my mom, and my mom likes to talk about things that are personal and private, and I just don't. There's not a lot of trust there, and that's just the way it is. I'm just being simple and easy. I'm just trying to keep it simple. I don't want to say anything mean about my mom. We're just two different people, and when I'm with my family, I fall back into certain patterns and still chaos and drama. And so I've disconnected, and that's just the way it is. And even though I've disconnected and my wishes have not been honored, it's a red flag when someone says to another person, I don't want contact anymore. I wish you well. There is no trust here. And that person still reaches out and doesn't respect your boundaries. That's just the way it is. And so I think the hardest thing being raised in a family like mine, where it was definition was family. Family first, then everyone else. God, then family, then this and that. And so it is hard to step away from how you were wired as a child. It's not easy. It's not easy when it comes to holidays, birthdays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, etc. If my dad was still here, he'd probably be staying with me because we were two peas in a pod. But the rest of my family, I wish them well. I pray for them. I hope they're thriving in this world. I don't wish ill will on anyone. But that's how I live. It's just quiet. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I hope this helped someone else. And if you feel the need to break free, just the best thing I did was I had a final conversation with my mom. I laid out what I needed to have for us to have a relationship. My wishes were not respected, and it was just about trust, gossip, etc. And then I found out didn't go the way I had requested, and so I said, without trust there is no relationship, and I wish you well. And that was it. And I pray that everything is well. And then I moved on. So anyways, I hope this helps someone, as I understand what you're going through. That's all there is to it. I hope you have a great day, and I will be back.